What's up, you guys? It's Matt here. So this video has to be created or at least released before I upload my next video because it really does depend on what happens here on whether we see Terra Luna Classic have any further success or even be available at all. Does that mean that we see an absolute decline in the overall price? Probably. Does that mean that the overall position is gone? No, it honestly doesn't. But I want to talk about this because it was brought up quite a bit to a lot of people in the comment section of my last Terra Luna Classic video, with how Terra Luna Classic is really just getting started. And it was surrounding the delisting, right? Delisting from Binance, delisting from everywhere, literally not being available on any centralized exchange. And that's what has a lot of people worried. So I wanted to talk about this. I wanted to go through an article that actually came from CoinMarketCap, but we're going to go ahead and dive into it a little bit and just go through some details and give you my opinions on the whole entire thing, right? Now, do I know absolutely everything that's happening behind the scenes? I have to tell you, no, I don't. This is all just my opinion. It's not financial advice to tell you to hold on to whatever you're holding on to. It's not financial advice to tell you to sell anything. Like, I'm not going to tell you to buy. I'm not going to tell you to sell. I'm not going to tell you to do any of that. I need you guys to do more research than just watching this video, but it's always great to get another person's perspective on a situation, on something that may be or may seem like it's dire within this community. So guys, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell for more videos like this one. Also, make sure you check out some of the links down below. It does help out the channel. And if you want to follow me on Twitter at Perry8K, you can follow me there. Don't forget about the links that are in the description for my Patreon, for different referral links. And again, if you guys want to get this little device that's right here, feel free to go ahead and check that out. It's in my Amazon store. Um, but there's definitely been a lot, hovering around delisting, right? You understand that it's not available to trade on Coinbase, and that's pretty much the only place it's not available to trade. That's one of the most popular places, right? You would expect to see it, especially how much popularity it did have. And there was a hashtag going around, um, you know, a Coinbase list Lunic and just a bunch of hype that people just wanted to see this available to trade on that platform. Well, now we have other things to worry about, where we have Binance that may be at risk of, delisting the position, even though they're the largest holder. They have supported Lunic in the past. I honestly don't think that it will happen, but let's go ahead and go through this article really quick, which is delist risk in Lunic. Is Binance next? So after the big crash in May, the Terra network split into two networks, Terra and Terra Classic. Since then, many exchanges have announced that they support Terra Classic network tokens. One of these exchanges was Binance, the world's largest cryptocurrency exchange, at which they held, what was it, 2.7 trillion, and now it's like 2.3 trillion. And they also have done burns since then, but let's get into some more detail here. While many exchanges and platforms offer Lunic support, bad news has come for Lunic. At this point, Lunic DAO stated that the digital asset platform Fireblocks will end its Lunic support. The Lunic DAO said that behind Fireblocks Lunic decision were unreliable overall node infrastructure, decentralized governance that led to uncoordinated decision making regarding upgrades and changes, frequent changes to the tax fee structure, and lack of any technical documentation. This is something that obviously I didn't even like, right? The fact that there was so much indecision, so many paths that we would go down. It makes sense why you would have people like, really? Like, is this truly a large $1 billion project here? Multiple hundreds of $1 million project, or even multiple $1 billion project? It doesn't make sense why you would have that many changes go on. There should be kind of an overseer of these things. So yes, while something is approved, it still should go through, or things should get approved on if they are, a good proposal. And if you have that good proposal that's now available to everybody, well, now you can decide to vote on it. And it should be a team that really decides if that's necessary. But then again, it wouldn't be something that we can all have a say on. And how would people be able to vote on it if it's not available or approved by that team? So it's like you're kind of um, beating a dead horse here. I was trying to think of the term. Experts commenting on this move by Fireblocks said that this means that centralized exchanges that use Fireblocks as a custody solution or other services may end support for Lunic. Following these comments, Twitter user OX Ears stated that there are speculations that Binance is using a different storage solution for Lunic. Quoting this post, Lunic DAO said, "This is good news for Lunic. Staying on Binance is the most important thing," he said. And it absolutely is, right? Because Binance holds 2.3 trillion. So staying on there is absolutely important. Lunic continues to trade at 0.00007 at the time of writing, with a decrease of 1.7% in the last 24 hours and 2.4% or almost 2.5% in the last week. So what do I think about this overall thing? Is it something where a lot of these exchanges are at risk, or even Binance at risk of, delisting Terra Luna Classic? Well, obviously you see that it's good news that we're not going to see Binance really do that, but I don't think that that's the case, right? We're not going to see one by one, decide to delist it unless you have, U.S. exchanges to where Terra Luna Classic is labeled as a security, ultimately labeled as a security. Then it won't be tradable on a lot of these platforms, which would be Kraken and Coinbase and things and other things, right? But I really don't think that that's going to be the case where you see it delisted from every place. It is a popular position. It does have volume. And until you have a reason to really delist it, maybe everything is completely, down weird paths and we keep switching, right? If we keep switching and we keep, having these change ups, it may not be a situation where people want to stay on it. You don't see as much volume, and then it starts to kind of die, for lack of a better term. So honestly, this is not anything to be concerned about. I wanted to kind of address this because there were some comments on my last video asking me, hey, what's your thoughts on delisting? What's your thoughts on all of this delist talks? And here we have this data to tell us that we're not seeing Binance that's going to be a part of that. I mean, it's 2.3 trillion. Binance has supported Terra Luna Classic from the beginning. And whether you think that they didn't support them because they didn't take up the 1.2% tax, that was not the case. They supported the 1.2% tax. They just wanted to see that they were going to end up not getting the short end of the stick by implementing that 1.2% tax, 1.2% tax on 2.3 trillion, or at that point it was like 2.6 trillion. And then see KuCoin not do it, and see, other places not do it. And it wouldn't have been a good situation for them because they would have been decreasing their supply while KuCoin just increased the price because they're not burning any of their tokens. And then a lot of people decide to go over to KuCoin because they don't offer a tax. And then you have an issue anyway. So anyways, this is good to be able to cover this stuff because I do have a video planned to talk about, experts' prediction of Lunic and talking about where it's going to go. And I wanted to kind of get this out first before we dive into that data. Guys, if you like this video, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit that notification bell for more videos like this one. Also, make sure you check out some of the links down below. It does help out the channel. And if you want to follow me on Twitter, follow me on Patreon, and follow me on Kick, those links are also in the description. I'm going to get out of here, and I'll catch you in the next one. See ya.